Happy Monday, everyone. Today's March 6th, a very special day for me and my life. It would be my dad's 74th birthday. So he passed away when he was 68. So it'll be going on 6 years this August. And I'm just reflecting. A lot of things I could say in my experience with my father, my childhood, our family. I'm one of 11. We just had an amazing childhood in so many respects. But if I had to pick a couple main points just to share with you all as a form of motivation, I would say number one, my dad's example was always the best thing that I could think of. That his discipline, his hard work. I mean, he was always, I would see him outside even as a kid hitting balls into the net, for a long time. I mean, just he would always work hard, and he would share stories with me as a kid. How he would play by himself outside, just throwing balls against the wall for hours and hours. And he just worked really hard at his job, but he never let that compromise, which brings me to point number two. He was always present. He would tell me he wasn't as fortunate, tell us kids that we're so lucky that our parents are that he was engaged with us, and he was at every sporting event, coached most 11 of us. Pretty amazing just to think about that. And I'm trying to figure out how to do it with my 6 young kids. My dad did it, and so that's inspiring. But he was always there, and he never faulted his parents for not being there. They came from a different generation, coming out of the Great Depression and dealing with the difficult times then. But I know it did impact him, the fact that he didn't have anybody really watching him, and he made it a specific point to always be there for us. So that was very special. Now he's with me in a whole new way, a different way. I don't get to see him physically, and that part's hard. It really hurts my heart. But I know he's there, and he sees us, and I get to talk to him about everything. So I better switch gears here before I get emotional. So yeah, that I'm looking at a sign here right on the other side of the wall. I don't know if I can do this with the camera. It's gonna be a little crazy if you can see that, but on my mirror right there is a note. I shared this on a previous video. This is my dad, the man of many words. His note to me at a golf book he gave me. It says, to Ryan, never give up. Love, Dad. So anyway, that's the pinnacle message right there, to never give up, to persist until you succeed. So I try to incorporate that any way possible into my life. Not everything is smooth and easy, so we have to keep persisting until we succeed. So I'm doing that. I'd say the last message, of course, there's a ton more I can share, but the last one that's popping in my head right now is just to do what you love. My dad always told me that as I was coming out of college to make sure that I do something I really, really love and enjoy. So I got right into teaching golf. I just love golf and got into it. And I taught golf for a while. Ended up getting burned out, and I was like, okay, now I got into real estate, which is the next thing I thought that I would enjoy. So I got into it. I really enjoy the real estate business. In fact, I've built up my real estate team, and I took on a new role in doing that, not just listing and selling homes, which is obviously what the business is all about, but in a leadership role on the team, which is what I'm doing now. I'm coming alive. I find myself doing exactly what I want to do, what I love. I love helping people, helping them to become a better version of themselves and to reach their innermost potential. Which is leading me down the path of where I'm going now, which is into not only doing that for my team, but on a larger scale business level, being a consultant for life coaching, if you will, but within the real estate concept business, as well as outside of it, just to help people really reach their innermost potential. So I'm following that path. I'm doing what I love. I've come to, as Les Brown says, there's the 2 most important days in your life. Number 1, the day that you're born, and number 2 is the day that you figure out what you're on this planet to do. And over the last few weeks, I've gotten so clear on that, and it's powerful. So anyway, going off on a little tangent here, lots to share. Will be my dad's 74th birthday. So thank you for bearing with me, and thank you for joining these motivational Mondays. All right, thanks so much. Take care.